Welcome everybody to our live stream here on Lichess Twitch. International Master William Paschall playing under my account named Sparkle Horse on Lichess. We're playing unusual openings today. It's our Wednesday stream. We're taking challenges. Subscribers can go first. Subscribers have priority. Those subscribers on Twitch, I mean. Ripun is a subscriber and he's here first. Easily qualifying for the first game. Alright, people, we're just 1 minute late. Not too bad, considering I was suffering. You gained 100 rapid points. Nice. Whew, 5 plus 3, let's go. I'm playing unusual openings, stuff I don't normally play today. We call it Weird Openings Wednesday. Let's do it. Astrobate, welcome. Thanks for the quotes. Let's see how this board looks. Good. Everything's visible. Check the corners, people. Corners are good. All right. Unusual openings. Boom. This in itself is not unusual, though for me, slightly. But we're going to play the Latvian. Ripun is not necessarily a player who handles unusual openings super well. Knight c3 against Latvian. It's basically like, I don't know what to call it. I guess I should take. Yeah. Takes is strong. I mean, takes. Then you have a choice, I guess, between knight f6 and d5. I don't think knight c3 is a good move for white there. There's this. Or developing with knight f6. But d5 feels more fundamental. The only thing is d5, knight takes e5. Pawn takes e4, queen h5, check. d5, knight takes e5. I have other moves too, like queen e7 there. Which actually, like, kind of looks winning. d5, knight e5, queen e7. Queen h5 check. There's some weird variations going on. You have to study. Knight f6, knight takes e5, knight takes e4. Queen h5 check, g6. So it looks like both are playable. Not a good opening for white. Knight c3, not a good move against Latvian. You're not supporting your center. This is the moral of the story. It's not about memorizing theory, it's the center. I'm attacking your center and you're not defending your center with more center. You lost your center. Now knight c6 is a Roy Lopez transposition. Or is it? Knight c6, bishop e5 would be a transposition to the Schliemann. So how do I protect this pawn? I play e4. No need to play knight c6 necessarily. I think here's definitely a mistake. He has to play knight e5 and then try to lock it in with d4. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Maybe knight e5 is no good because of queen e7 again. He'd have to play something weird like g4 there, knight g4. So black's better. Simple as that. An interesting attempt to attack the center. It's possible I misplayed this. Alright, possible or likely? Looks like I misplayed it. C5 may have been going too far. What should I play instead of C5? Something solid. I wasn't, that excited about C6, but maybe I missed C3 Sicilian-esque idea. Like C6, CD, Queen B6 there. Looks really nasty. Yeah. I also could have taken on C4, but then Queen A4 check. The C6, CD, Queen B6 in between move looks really strong, actually. White is just playing too fast, as always. Always playing too fast. Incredibly strange position. He's only used a minute for the whole game. Really unbelievable. He seems almost master strength now, suddenly. Ben does make some really quick moves to ruin his position sometimes. Look how solid White is. I don't have any time to think or discuss the game, so we'll just not bother analyzing. Wow. He doesn't need any help. He has 2 minutes and a half more than me. No time to discuss the position. I have 19 seconds. This player plays Hyper Bullet. And I ask people not to do that. I can't stop it. So I'm not going to be able to really talk about the game. This looks insane. Like he's mating himself. Self-mate. It's unbelievable. There's no win. It's ridiculous. Nobody's finding that move under normal circumstances. Damn. Bishop G7. Does knight E7 do anything? Yeah, it works. It works. Bishop G7 saves the game. I saw it. Force any forcing moves. But he didn't find the right continuation here. I really didn't think this would work, but it does. Queen G4, Queen G4. I've sacrificed too many pieces. This... Don't really understand. I was going to play King F7. Blocking, and he's blocking my Rook F2 now. So I was completely winning, and I freaked out with what? Knight G4 is a blunder. So what other move is there? I have to check first? So I'd have to throw in a check first so my queen isn't on the file. Like this check first, then Knight G4. No. It has to be Queen H4. That's weird. I have to go here. Which is very counterintuitive, you know, to let him come up to like G2. But whatever. I mean, it's like black has to be very accurate here. It's strange. The computer's like repeating moves. I guess now knight g4 at some point. Complicated. The Malachowski variation? This is not a real thing, is it? This is actually a thing. So f takes e is a mistake. Whoa. Not necessarily, no. I didn't think this was a legit variation for white. It is. Camera holder. Nelson Gamboa versus Karklins, 1995. Paglilla. Computer actually likes knight f6. I don't know, man. So what's the deal here? F takes e4. You're supposed to play knight takes e5, then I play knight f6. Then you play, like, what? This? That's weird. So Karklin's, like, blundered now. Black should play... This is a tough move to find. c6? Wow, that's crazy. Very strange. Morales is here. Miro, how are you feeling? Better? Worse? The same? Yeah, guys, thank you for reminding me. Unusual openings today. Hey, it's Miro. I want to say, guys, if you have a game for tomorrow night, I haven't gotten any submissions yet, and tomorrow's our subscriber stream. If you're sending them to Yabatis, make sure you send them to me instead. I've updated it so I get the games for Thursday. Asterbate, want a game from you? Weird Wednesday, trying to play unusual stuff. We played so many games with Morales. We're at 385. Morales, if you don't start coming, you're not going to be the first to 400. Yeah, make sure you get enough rest. Ripun sent me a game. That'll be the first one on the list. Okay, VIP Antonio Morales. I had a wonderful Budapest Gambit yesterday. But my opponent played the line you don't play, with G5 in the Budapest, and he didn't know the theory well enough. All right, so what do we do here for something different and totally new? Okay, I never play the French, but I'm not going to play necessarily a straight-up French. Yeah, I got the game. Thank you. G5 is really bad. I looked it up, and we were following this, like, Durabali game. He's, like, obviously influenced by Mamajarov, but that's not a good thing. Mamajarov's crazy to play that. But the guy's so talented, tactically he can play almost anything. Mamajarov. Alright, so d4. Let's try this weird French Nimzovich hybrid. It's like playing knight c6, d4, e6. Anything to get Morales out of book. He really knows his stuff. Antonio, where you been? Work? We missed you here. We had a strong tournament yesterday. I was in good form. I ate a lot of fish yesterday. I like fish for lunch and dinner. I was wondering, is it like just a coincidence, or is all that protein good for your brain? Why did I play so well yesterday? Once you said you have not French after losing to Hikaru with it. Yeah. Actually, I think I beat Volakitan's dad with the French after I lost to Hikaru. So technically I played it once. But That's like beating a 1900 player. I mean, it doesn't really count. That was back in 2003. So the last time I played the French was in 2003, and I've only played like less than 10 games with it. This is not a standard French, obviously. But I don't really have another move now, other than D5, right? At this point, everything else is just trash. D6, B6, G6, these are all bad moves. D5 is the only move here. You probably don't have much space if you only have one reasonable candidate move. Alright, so... Is this like a Guimard? That's the Tarash, right? The Guimard is against the Tarash. Yabatis has been playing hooky, so send your games to me for subscriber stream tomorrow night. Man, F6 is ridiculous. Looks horrible. I could play knight B8. I mean, I guess you can play like knight H6. Not looking great though. Knight E7. Bishop D7. I'm trying to get a feel for the situation. It's a dubious opening. Clearly. We gotta do something. Ninzovich is like rolling over in his grave. We're trying to attack the strong point. And you might ask, well, why are you trying to attack his strong point? Don't you always believe in the Nimzovichian principles that you should attack the base of the pawn chain? That's true, but if you can't attack the base of the pawn chain, your only option is to attack the head of the pawn chain. So I cannot attack his base here at d4. I don't have c5. That's why knight c6 is not really a good move. You have to use what options you have, obviously. I mean, I'm surprised by his move though. So he's allowing me to play pawn takes pawn. I mean, it feels like it's a mistake. He should play bishop b5. I would definitely play bishop b5. After bishop d7, though, what's his move? Like queen e2, knight c3. Maybe it's not so simple. No, but I mean, seriously, bishop b5, bishop d7, am I really threatening knight takes e5, like the famous Ninzovich game? Knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, queen h5 check. Stuff like that. Highly recommend studying the games of Aaron Nimzovich. There's a lot of fundamental stuff you need to know. You can learn them in other places. Interesting theory, Miro. All good openings have a bishop on a6, if you say so. Yeah, what am I doing? Get me the hell out of here. I'm gonna get me a beer. This is stronger than I assumed. Queen h4 is interesting, though. I feel that queen h4 move. Is that a good idea? Probably not. The field. There's a field over there. The queen goes to play in the field. It's a defensive move, basically. So you can't play queen h5. Haha. Beat you to it. H5. That's a good move. Get me the hell out of here. Yeah, I mean, queen e7 was a normal move. Obviously, it interferes with my bishop. I just like being in time pressure. But I'm sure that the main move is bishop e5, bishop d7. I don't know. Bishop d3, though, can't be bad. No, even though he doesn't have this frontal pressure, he's still better. Okay, options, please. We need to develop pieces. Knight f3 becomes something. Knight f3. My options. Alright, get me the heck out of here. Butterfly. Like Muhammad Ali. Oh. So where should I go there? Well, it doesn't really matter. Maybe castle's queenside is wrong. So let's say I go there, you go there. It's interesting. Definitely. Get me the heck out of here. Well, I get it. He wants to play a4. What? Are you kidding me? Are you like a computer? Oh my god. What? Dude, that's ridiculous. Holy shit. Wait, is like Faruja or something. Dude, are you like really Faruja playing white? Wow. Check this out. Every move is like annihilating. Every single move. I was looking at Rookie 1. So check this out. Knight check, bishop takes, takes. Here, queen a4. Check this out, this move. Rook fb1. That's the secret move. I had a saving move. Oh my god. So he had to play cd4 and then do what he did in the game? How does cd4 even work? Oh, because you just go rook b7 anyway? You just have this. You can trade queens and still mate me. How is his Senapon lost 66 for that game? I don't understand. Because he blew it on one move? I have bishop takes f2 check. With a draw. Wow. Yeah, but he's too fast. Rallis, it's a little hard for me to believe that you don't play at all. Then you just show up and you crush me. You must have like a Smurf account you're playing on or something. There's no way you play this game after not playing for like 3 weeks or something. I mean, you're playing this game like you're playing all the time on a very high level. He just like shows up after not playing me for like 3 weeks and just annihilates me like I'm nothing. I mean, it may not have been a perfect game because of one blunder, but I mean, the power of White's play is like 2,400 plus. Even though my opening was crap, it's not so easy to punish it. And his play was so steady all the way. Queen b3, this is like perfect. You induce a weakness in a4, a5. Yeah, I mean, it's like a perfect game by White except for one blunder, basically. They're kind of harsh on him. That's a very strong game. I mean, I know that I'm playing a dubious opening, but a lot of Grandmasters have probably played that. And you're super fast, too. He's saying he only plays 1 or 2 games once in a while. Come on. And you're super, super fast. What do we got for the Sicilian? Anything interesting to play? Dude, that ruined my mood. I had a really good day yesterday. I just devastated the rapid tournament we played in. I didn't lose a single game. Now Morales just like destroys me. I hadn't lost like my last 17 games or something. Man, that's just devastating. B3? Uh, never mind. So what are we gonna play? What was I thinking about last week? H3. Oh, I was joking about stuff like H4 and A4. That's just garbage. Oh, I tried this the other day. Playing like it was a King's Indian attack. People do it against the French, but you never see it against the Sicilian. I guess there's a reason for that. No, I'm such a bad mood now. I was on such a good roll. Great tournament last night. I hadn't lost a game in like 2 days. Just to get crushed. And be behind on the clock the entire game. And Ralph's there with his 1999, 2000 ratings. He doesn't play just once a month. Oh man, there's a mosquito in my freaking office. How are they getting in here? I don't understand how they're getting in. Dude, it's just blatantly flying around. There's mosquito netting. I don't understand. Are they freaking coming through the floor or something? Where is it coming from? A6? So we're just playing like the Queen E2 King's Indian attack. There's no freaking way it can get through the net. How is it getting in here? They're never usually like flying around in the morning. Alright. Boom. C3 or Bishop G2 or what? Is Knight D4 really a good move? Probably not. And you know, if he comes in here, he's going to get ejected. So we shouldn't waste time on like and weaken ourselves with C3. At some point, yes, but not if like he's gonna hit me with D5 or something. Just quickly, Knight H6. F5 is interesting. Pawn takes pawn, sacking a pawn. Doesn't care. It's like, screw you. Whatever. Really. He has no fear. Also uses no time. Alright, the mosquito is loose in here. I didn't get it. Freaking missed it. Morning mosquitoes? Does anyone know anything about the science of mosquitoes? Can someone explain to me why the heck, like, I had no mosquitoes in my office for, like, the last month until, like, a week ago? And now they're, like, in my office every day? Why is, like, the population of mosquitoes in my office just suddenly, like, the last week or the last 2 weeks of September, there's this onslaught of mosquitoes? What is the deal? I haven't seen a mosquito in my office in the morning, like in the whole summer, and now there's one. Even now, they're even in the morning, or they'll be like hiding in my room at like 4 o'clock in the morning. What was it doing like between like 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. before it attacked me. Was it like having a nap or something? I literally haven't slept in like 3 days because every night at like 4, 5, or 6 o'clock in the morning, mosquitoes like attack me. And it's getting on my nerves. This is a very strange move by Black. Now, he's obviously concerned about the safety of his knight. But I am in a state of surprise. Surprised. So White has played a positional pawn sacrifice. A PPS. They can detect CO2. I heard like something like they can smell people like a mile away or something. Even more. Something ridiculous like that. But I mean, what would it be doing 6 hours not biting me and then wait until 4 o'clock in the morning to attack me? If it was in my room, like, it was sleeping? Do they sleep for like 6 hours and then wake up and... I'm like extremely allergic to the bites, so if it bites me, I'm insanely itchy. I have to take like a Benadryl to go to sleep. Most people, it's not a big deal. They don't even care or notice. This is a really strange decision by Black, the way he's played this. Now I can't decide which way to take. Maybe he has bishop h6 there. I mean, I feel like f5 is a classic closed Sicilian sort of pawn sacrifice. This is probably a positional mistake. But, still not clear. He's still okay. I bet you have some nice big mosquitoes in Alaska. Yeah, so they lay their eggs in water. But I mean, there was no water. We had no rain for like... That's the weirdest thing. We had no rain for like 3 weeks before there was this like assault of mosquitoes. Not much rain anyway. It didn't really make sense. Did they become more crazy at the end of the summer or something? Like bees? Bees like go berserk? We have mosquitoes year round. It's like even in like December. Climate change. Is it like Maine? They have like horse-sized mosquitoes? Good thing there's plenty of ambulances around here for my mosquito problem. Charlie that plays chess. Your mosquitoes just sleep through the winter. I mean, I've seen them even in the winter. It's crazy. Black's just hunkering down. Hunkering. This is an awkward move. Wow. Yeah, that's not happening. Playlix Sparrow is really good. Very different player than like Morales, for example. You guys all have different styles. Black's trying to play super solid. Clearly. My bishops are strong, though. Yep. What can I do? Approximately equal. White does have a better structure, actually. And I'm up a pawn. Bonus. Alright, it's not equal. I am up a pawn here. That's pretty serious. His bishop's not looking too good on that diagonal either. Whoa. Speaking of diagonals. You know, I was surprised when I looked at this game the other day. No one's ever played this in the Opening Explorer. I'm wrong. Yes, it has been played. 3 games. But nobody real. You know, they're just like 3 random 2200s. You know, you would think like it'd be one of those weird moves that some freaky grandmasters would play occasionally. I mean, if you look, it's weird because like you look against the French, and like there's 500,000 people that have played Queen E2. There's literally like 1,800 games, but against the Sicilian, 3. Okay, I mean the point in the French is to play D5, so the idea is that after E4, E6, Queen E2, you're stopping D5 because if he plays D5, he has to take with the Queen. You're not stopping D5, but you're discouraging D5. All right. Next game, you create a lot of weaknesses on the white squares. King E2, right. That's when you want to watch serious chess. Grandmaster's playing bullet. Very instructive. Alright, who are subscribers? Yeah. Hey, it's Miro, Casabianca. Is anyone else a subscriber in the list here? Fridays, I take open challenges. Well, I mean, this is the master database. This is tournament games, not what Eric Rosen plays in bullet chess. I mean, I'm talking about like real tournaments. I'm surprised there's only 3 games where that was played. It's not that bad. I mean, we're just going to transpose to... Well, honestly, E4, C5, Queen E2. I think that the question is D5, but, you know, that's again like kind of a weird Scandinavian. I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything really that wrong with Queen E2. It's really not that much worse than playing it against the French. Yeah, that'd be cool if you had a correspondence database. The correspondence games are in there though. There are a lot of correspondence games in the Opening Explorer Prem K666. There are tons. Like a huge chunk of the games in there are correspondence games. If you see names that are like 2600 and you never heard of who this is, it's a correspondence game. You have the correspondence database. Good. That's an excellent tool. All right, Scandinavian. I think most top grandmasters. Black again. What is this? Caro. Against the Scandinavian, like white has to take on d5, objectively. But I'm trying to play a little bit weird stuff today. Still. You don't know how to use it. Well, you just use it, to find good and unknown ideas, I guess. Against the Scandinavian, trying to find something unusual is not easy. My last Over the Board tournament was in July, or July. I played one tournament this year. So what are we going to do for an unusual appearance? Well, I often play this. Rook b1. The L-Vest. L-Vest has left the building. I mean, e5 makes a lot of sense. He's physically stopping b4. This is probably okay. Dual purpose. b4 and bishop c4 as a retreat diagonal. A retreat diagonal. Is that a terminology? The Caro-Kann instincts start kicking in. What's the difference between a Caro-Kann and a Scandinavian player? Oh, here's a great joke for you guys. About 200 rating points. You don't see Karpov playing the Scandinavian too much in his career. If Karpov played the Scandinavian, he probably wouldn't have been world champion. One of the dumbest things I ever saw was like Anand playing the Scandinavian in his world championship match with Kasparov. I mean, I played tons of games with like with d5 on move 1. It was a very bad idea. It was fun, but, you know. Anand didn't have any real good seconds in his, you know, his preparation was bad. Not that he had a serious chance against Kasparov back in 95 or whatever as it is, but I mean, the guy's playing the Scandinavian against maybe the greatest player of all time. Seems like a good idea. Whoever thought of that idea was a genius. I mean, I guess like Kasparov's prep was so good in real openings that he figured, well, can't be any worse anyway. Caro-Kann isn't bad though. It's a little passive, but it's alright. Very popular now. Hey, it's Miro. It feels like the bishop's opening or something. I don't have a center. So I'm really sad that I don't have a central pawn, but that's alright. We can make do without it. This is such an evil diagonal here. It's a decent bishop's opening for white. Aspirate, I already answered. You missed the joke? I said 200 rating points. Right? Haha. Diss on Scandinavian defense players. Aspirate, did you miss the joke? Man. Hey, Smiro, are you serious? I think you should go back to bed. Hey, Smiro made a joke about Bishop A6 earlier because he likes to play that in the Benoni. Now he's doing it here. Yeah, that's a good move. Excellent. Okay. Prevented d4. Interesting concept. Well, as usual, I'm just like losing on time. Little massage. Kingside massage. Feels like I'm almost starting like bishop takes h6. Oh my gosh. Acerbate approved. Rook maneuver. Now what do I do? We preserve the structure. Damn. Slamming on the brakes. You know, the temptation was to take with the B pawn. Anyway, he can swap pieces. It's funny that Miro was like, I thought it super prevented d4. An idea that white never intended. Socks, Jula. Rip. Died shockingly years back. He was relatively young, like under 60. I don't know how old he was. King h7, heads up. A heads up decision. Okay, I don't know. We're just playing chess. I'm not committed to this crazy attack. We can play just safe positional chess here. We'll never have any time. What would you call it when Sachs took control of the 5th rank in one of his games? Another bad joke. Besides that, Sachs 5th Avenue. Sounds like a chessgames.com game of the day video. Stupid joke. Oof. White is oofing black here. This is truly ugly. Truly horrendous. Haysmiro is recovering from an illness, so we got to give him a break. A little bit of a break. I got 2 messages. Astrobate, thanks for submitting a game for Thursday's stream, guys. Thursday is Casabianca subscriber, Suma Harris subscriber, Anonymous 24095, Anani Mouse, 2300 Rapid. Not enough games. Gotta have 100 games, guys. Please come back with 100 games. Users in chat. Is there anyone in chat? Wednesdays tend to be slow. Oh boy. Alright. We had an interesting idea for you. Come on, bring the Jabava. So this was brought to my attention recently. A6. Do you know anything about that? Casabianca? I had never considered A6 till someone suggested it to me yesterday. It's the pre-A attack in reverse, I guess. Looks like he's not really like surprised here. Casabianca is prepared to the gills. Prepared to the gills. The Mark Hebden-esque Jabava attack. Well, you're not welcome here, Mr. Knight. You must leave. I'm sorry. This is a nice, easy, simple equality for black. So easy a child could do it. This is good. Black just has an easy game. H4 master. Here? Wow, that's nuts. Gotta be out of your mind. You're out of your mind with that move. That's like... Even Richie wouldn't do that. H4 is crazy with the Castle King. Totally bonkers. Clearly, if you weren't Castle King side, it would be reasonable. But here it's just insane. You know, he may not lose because of that move, but it's not helping his position. Let's put it that way. Right. Mad money. Casabianca is a mad person. Sane in the membrane. Jabava's biggest fan. I mean, theoretically, I guess I could lose control of this position, end up with like bad bishop versus knight or something. But black has a good game. Ah, wait. Maybe e5. e5 is interesting. Knight c4 is interesting. This lazy move. Yeah, I mean, black's better here. Even with the bad bishop. Because, I mean, you can't keep that bishop down. You can't keep a great bishop down. That's our new quote for the day. Maybe, hey, Smiro should keep that in mind. This looks bad for white. His H pawn is oofed. This wasn't my original plan, but I figured the H pawn might fall off at some point. White has sort of chess leprosy. I told you it wasn't a good idea to play h4 with castle king side. But this bishop will live, despite its ugly appearance. Look at that move, though. What an inspired move. I gotta take it. Inspired. Tricky Dicky. How about e3? Speaking of inspired. Man, this rook h4 is starting to look like it was too time consuming. It might have been a mistake. I'm going to change my plan. It looks like rook h4 was actually a mistake. Oh my god. At least my bishop is alive. Yeah, like what pawn do you want? I changed my mind, alright? Leave me alone. But Casabianca really showed some fight. It was a misguided plan to go after the h-pawn, apparently. The little bishop that could, right? What? He did it that way? That is crazy. Why would he do that? Got all kinds of crazy ideas. Tactical genius. That's me. He had that move before. 96 before was much, much stronger. Damn it. He's got funky technique, you know. One minute you think, oh, he's not that good, and then the next minute you're like, oh, he is pretty good. It's weird. I can't predict his moves. Is that or was that a proper move? Man. Yeah, I mean it's probably a draw. But white played too fast. Is this even a win? Yeah, it's a draw. Even this position. Even this position is still drawn. Check here, rook b2 is okay. e4. You just have to hold it. Rook a2. Wow, even king g4 draws. What a crazy battle. Princess chess. Unfortunately, endgames are not, easy to play with no time. Endgames are not easy even with a lot of time. And modern time control is making the game faster. You might as well just toss the endgame in the trash at the Norway or whatever rapid tournaments you want to play. Alright, Princess Chess 64, good to see you. Thanks for your ongoing support on Sundays. Helping to sponsor our simul. Yeah, King G2 is a huge, ridiculous blunder. Just Casabianca plays a little too quick in general. Like most of you guys, almost everyone. A lot of you probably don't play increments, splits, I don't know. If you're not used to it, it's kind of tricky. So I'm supposed to play unusual openings. We tried A6 against the Jabava. That was pretty cool. That looks like a good system, actually. I have that from a good source. 2600 plus recommendation. Alright, F4. How about a King's Gambit, man? I've been playing the King's Gambit. No. Samara's not an E4 player. He's not an E4 player. We have it from a good source. He's a D4 player. Playing the bird. Played the bird. But I play the Nimzo. So we like to play bird like Nimzos. Bird Larsson. See, I mean, he's playing like he's white, so I'm able to play a normal reverse Nimzo, where F pawn jumps over the knight. Okay, it's nothing special. Standard reverse Nimzo. I mean B3. This is normal. There are other I can play D3, other setups. D3, playing for E4. Mubot replying to Princess Chess. Good morning. Good morning, Mubot. What's up with you? Blocking in the bishop. So doubling the pawns here, I mean, it's probably not a bad move. Unprovoked doubling of pawns. Unprovocable. But I'm not sure I like it. I mean, in that position, like bishop c6, I could play for bishop a3 maybe, trying to put pressure on the c5 pawn like a same-ish Nimzo. Bishop c6 unprovoked, bc, bishop a3, castles, knight c3 with the idea of knight a4. We can still do that, but I don't think it makes sense now. With the bishop already here. If he castles, I take unprovoked. I was just going over something like this. One of my students had a game on the black side of a sort of Dutch Nimzo. But white's, or black, I should say. In this case, black setup is extremely conservative, to put it nicely. B-Jack, thanks for subscribing, man. 8-month streak. I'm not sure, like, occupying e5 is necessarily... I feel like the threat is stronger than the execution. White needs, Make normal moves. Make. Knight g4. Knight g4, queen e1. Knight g4, queen e2. Bishop f6. There I would play knight e5. Maybe. And now, knight c3 becomes an option. I'm not sure it's the best, but it's an option. Man, hey, it's Miro, where are you? Oh, he's got the cheapo. Well, he can't drop a piece. Alright. Tremendous idea here. Probably I should consider knight a4 first. Sean Pinto, welcome. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. Princess Chess, among our many female viewers. Knight a4, and yeah, I mean, this is... Christopher Lutz versus Fritz 7 or something. This is like the quintessential 90s computer game. Black doesn't know that it's lost till it's too late. I actually thought that bishop e5 was a try. Make your bishops great again. Whew, this is ugly. This is not good. It's the ultimate Nimzo. The Nimzo fans dream Nimzo. It's not going anywhere. Man, this is ugly. Okay, he does have a move there. Knight d7. I mean, you could play the Stonewall attack, but I'm thinking like there's some risk involved in doing that. The threat is stronger than the execution. And that's true in almost everything. So why cash in on this pawn when black has to sit there worrying about it all the time? Let him stew in his own juices, as they say. If you take it, you simplify the situation and there's nothing to think about anymore, you know? I was also a little bit worried about this diagonal. If like bishop c5, knight c5, queen a7, you have to watch this. I'm probably winning there with something like d4, but not a good position for black here. There's also another issue. But yeah, that's his best try. Now he has the Fritz 7 bishop. Oh, he's just losing an exchange. That's a good question. Is it better to win the pawn or win the exchange here? I mean, his bishop's so bad anyway. I mean, this is the reason he's losing. Plus, he's down the exchange and has doubled pawns. Doesn't get much worse than that. So how do we finish him off? F5 is tempting. Lock it up. Take. If you start opening it up, his bishop becomes a good piece. Yeah. He's basically death by bishop. Slow and painful. Good move. Even his bad bishop is better than his other bad bishop. Frankly, he didn't want to trade it off. That's so sick. It's a bad sign if you can't trade your bad bishop off. Or if you don't know which one of your bishops is your worst bishop. Which one of my bishops is my bad bishop? I don't know. I'm not sure. He's a fighter. Yeah, it's tough. I agree. It's very hard to decide. Identify the bad bishop. They're both bad. This one's bad because of these pawns over here, and this one's bad because of the light square pawns on the other side. It's pretty funny. Yes, mate. He's getting mated with rook b8. I've got the rated challenge. Not gonna happen. We have 45 minutes left. Chess. GM Sean is a subscriber. DJ Rocks, if you have 100 games and you're in the challenge list, I will play with you when I get to the challenge. Is that you, Signet? Charlie Chess got subbed? Oh, he's a challenge. Yeah, he's a sub. I didn't realize he subbed. Really? Wow. How long has he been a sub? Like the whole stream? When did he get subbed? Or you've been subbed before? I didn't know that. Weird. I don't think the emote was show. What do you mean you were wrong? No, he's not a sub. It's just that he's got that. We thought it was an emote. Yeah, the keycap icon. Keycap choya. Ah, this is unusual for me. I'm in a Nimzo kind of mood. But, you know, okay. So, I don't play the bishop b5 check normally, but I was trying this. I want to try this like a BOGO style thing. Do you play that? Miro a4? I forget now. Yeah, Signet. You have to wait for the subscriber challenges, but you are next. I got a challenge the wrong time control there. 10-0. I like 10-0, but it's not our official time control. This isn't an unusual opening. I mean, Magnus plays this all the time. I think it's lame, sort of, but it's definitely a weird opening for me. I don't normally play bishop b5 check. It's not a bad move, though. But particularly the lines of bishop d7 aren't that exciting for both sides. Magnus likes it like that. He likes technical positions. We can grind people down with no risk in equal endgames. Well, I'd like it to, but not for the stream. Usually you don't play the a4 there. What I like about a4 is that it doesn't trade pieces. You know, we try to only trade on our terms. I mean, again, we're like playing the Nimzo, basically. Or the BOGO, for whatever, you know, intents and purposes. For all intents and purposes. GM Sean plays the openings like a master. I really feel extremely good in opening play. So the problem is if I push a5, that pawn gets past the line of demarcation, so it could become weak. Bishop d8. Like a5. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. It's over the line. It's crossed into enemy territory. Saks Fifth Avenue. But I can hold it. At least till the next rest stop. Are we there yet? e5 changing the pawn structure. Speaking of bad bishops, we should do like a Nimzovichian stream. This is turning into a Nimzovichian stream rather than a weird opening stream. Now Black's kind of going on a weird tangent. He's got the e5 knight b4 after initially playing pretty well. I'm suspicious of his last couple moves. I've got time for... Let's see, 35 more minutes of chess. So the knight takes e5 tactic would work, but here I have a problem with knight e5, pawn e5, queen h5, knight c2. He's just dropping in exchange. Knight b6, queen g4, h3. Knight takes a8, knight f4. It's a little awkward, but I have knight e3 to defend. No, I don't. It's pretty crazy. Knight b6, queen g4. h3, queen g6, knight takes a8, upper rook, knight f4 threatening mate, then I play g3, knight takes h3 check. It's kind of awkward. King f1. I mean, I'm probably winning. Guys, I don't promise to play people if they're not subscribers. I only have a limited amount of time to play, so I just play the games I can play. Please don't cry or be upset if I can't play. Shed no tears. He's following the line I suggested. That's coincidental. Coincidental. GM Sean reminds me of some other player on our stream. Why is that? Are you playing the... You're playing the exact line I said. Uh-oh. Too many emotes. Alright. So, yeah. First of all, bishop f1, bishop c1. Mr. Coffee's not in the house today, so we've got Mubat to do the moderating. Doing a great job, Mubat. Without knight f4, it's hard for Black to conduct an attack. I thought that was his only try. Last move. H6 doesn't do a lot. I have the classic rook a2. He's reminding me of Ripun a little bit. Super fast, focused mostly on playing fast. Different player though. All right. Pawn takes. He's almost like flagging me. You're like in a lost position, you're almost flagging me. That's disturbing. And every time he gets close to something, he like blunders because he moves too fast. Every time he almost has enough compensation or a really good practical chance. You're extremely strong for your rating, to be quite honest. He doesn't know about the en passant rule, which is unusual considering how well he played the game. Most people who play, like 1900 strength know about en passant. Odd, to say the least. All right. Signet. Charlie. This guy just can't challenge me to the right time control. Doesn't know what increments are. Signet. I got time for at least 2 more games. Guys, Thursday is the subscriber stream where I go over submitted games from the viewers. If you'd like to submit a game and you are a subscriber on Twitch, please send them to my account here, Sparkle Horse on Lichess. I played Signet before. I was white in that game. Knight f3 is a new one. I think I had a game like this yesterday, actually, except it was like bishop takes c6 and then knight f3. Different order of moves. So this is different. Yeah, I mean, this looks weird. It's weird that his bishop's just sitting there on b5. g6, knight c3. That's really awkward, but I have c6. G6, knight C3, C6. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can see at the bottom of the screen, if you're watching my stream, in big letters, it's like 5+3 casual blitz. I try to do that so everyone, you know, clearly knows the time control we're playing. It's a reading comprehension test. This F3 is spicy. Quite the spicy little move there. F3 opening the F file. Gotta like that. The bishop is strange out on B5. All by its lonesome. You could get eaten by a wild wolf on the way to grandmother's house with your bishop unprotected. Be careful. Okay, now we have to act. We have to act. Bishop's almost trapped on D4. I mean, I could play C5. C5, bishop F6. But then I lose the pawn, so it's quite an interesting game. Again, C5, bishop F6, knight D5. So do I play D6 or D5? Objectively, maybe I should have just played D5. Like, what's the difference, really, at the end of the day? Maybe it's not necessary. So now where do I go? Knight G4. It's pretty funky. Knight G4. Take, take. Rook F4. I feel like I should have played D5. That was an inaccuracy. I mean, black's not in any danger. I mean, knight E4, knight E4, bishop G7, king G7, knight E4, queen E4 is like equal. But I mean, white's play is interesting. Maybe he plays this a lot. Seems like he kind of knows what he's doing. I should have played D5 though. Well, alright. I just don't know where to put the knight. There is even knight H5, knight E8, knight E8. It's weird. Knight E8 is great. No, he doesn't have to take. You can play anything. Rook E1, Queen F2. See, now you don't have 100 games. You're under the 100 game requirement. But we've already played once. Yeah, my weird openings weren't that weird today. All felt kind of semi-normal. How are you, Tezek? How about a game for tomorrow night? Anything worth taking a look at? Guys, stream tomorrow night, 6:30 CEST. No, I didn't play the 3 a.m. defense. Maybe we still have time to throw one out there. If I get black next game. Yeah, I mean, I really should have played d5 in the first place. You're kidding me, right? Only at the last second I considered this was a serious option. I just don't think that that could work, but it's funny. Funny, haha. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly playing for fun. Sacking a piece here. Knight f6, king h8. You know, he needs to have like his queen on f4 or something. There's no rook h3. I'm threatening to trap his knight with like bishop f5. It looks pretty bad. White is lost. There's not enough there. This thing is covering everything. I have interference moves like knight f5. It's not a good idea. The d2 is just dropping. Bishop f5, probably the simplest. Extreme chess ideas. Now that's neat. That is a neat move. You got to admit. So now I have to really be careful. I mean, I can sacrifice a piece back, no problem. If I get at least a pawn for it. Now his king is totally wide open. It's the weak of the white square bishops. Diagonal is fatal. If that gets out of control. Knight g5, he can play g5, but he's going to have trouble like mating me after h5 or something. But I guess it might still be his best chance. This was not expected. He defends d2. But it's doubtful. Maybe not doubtful. Yeah. White's a wild man. But he doesn't have enough. Huge gambler style. But I think his bishop was okay when he went crazy. He just couldn't resist the sacrifice. Now I still have to be careful. My god, queen e5 is mate. Holy crap. Look at that. Can I play knight check first? Knight check and bishop f5? It's a weird idea. Probably not enough. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is super dangerous. He has no checks. He's lost now. Not big on resigning. Alright, guys. Last game, maybe. We'll see. I give up, man. I don't know what I have to do. The time control's at the bottom of the screen. 5 plus 3. Why do I have a black and white picture? Why not? Alright. Weird openings Wednesday. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. That was a really stressful game. Knight h6. This is what I call the 3 a.m. Well, actually, they have to play pawn takes pawn knight f5. Pawn takes pawn knight f5. That sucks. He just played knight c3. Really professional, safe move. That sort of takes the fun out of it. It's just a weird modern now. White's played this perfectly. It's like playing Michael Adams or something. He's transposed me to a Caro-Kann-like position. Not so many people react with something sensible. Knight c3 is a good move. I played d takes a lot, but I've also played c6 and stuff. Man, this is a very professional player playing white. I'm surprised he's only 1928. He's 2130 in rapid. Only 1800 bullet. He's very systematic. Totally professional setup for white. No, I've got to leave in 10 minutes. This is probably my last game. Assuming this takes, 8 or 9 minutes, this is my last game. If someone loses in the next 2 minutes, I'll play another game. White is better. I mean, he refuted my opening. I just have to transpose something like the Gurgenidze Caro-Kann, I guess, with c6 and g6. There's nothing better than that. Another very pro move. White is clearly at least slightly better here. Taking the opening seriously. Usually when I play knight h6 on move 1, people are bewildered. It's very unusual to meet someone who meets it with like total calm sensibility. The greatest strength of one knight h6 is a surprise value. Sense and sensibility. But I suppose black's position isn't too bad. I don't know if I like g4, but yeah, maybe it's not bad. It looks risky. Weakening white's king side. Because it's not clear you're well set up for castles long. This diagonal is dangerous. Maybe that was a serious mistake. Yeah, I mean he could be toast here. I mean, what's he supposed to play? Like castles? King side? Bishop f3 wins. g4 was tempting but bad. Particularly with this diagonal. The white square bishop weak. So we're just up a piece now. Yeah, it's over. Game over. Yeah, surprising. White went astray here. Perhaps queen e7 is a mistake. I underestimated king f1, but we're up a piece. Definitely still ways to lose, though. Right. This is the tempo I didn't need to lose, honestly. Now I have to ignominiously go back to d8. An ignominious defeat. That really wasn't necessary. It would have been better to play differently there. But you can't justify being down a piece here. Yeah, guys, next stream tomorrow night. if you'd like to subscribe, or if you're subscribed and you'd like to submit a game for tomorrow night's stream, we spent about 3 hours going over approximately 10 games. Every Thursday night from 6:30 CEST. First come, first serve. First serve. Who has the first serve? "3 a.m. defense strikes again." Wasn't a proper 3 a.m. though. White has to take on d5, and then black plays knight f5. That's the main idea. Alright. Can't finish him off. Can't seem to finish him off here. My knight has no squares. Sad. f6 is even interesting. I don't know about f6, honestly, but I need a way to get my knight into the game. This is my problem. Maybe c5 is the key. Oh no. Yeah, I'll cancel my lessons so I can play one more game. Alright. Because I don't not play because I don't want to play you or something. I like literally have to go somewhere. Okay, we're up a piece. Anyway, guys, gotta go. Thanks everyone for playing. We're going to be back tomorrow night with subscriber stream. Thanks to those of you who subscribed. And yeah. So short stream usually a little bit on Wednesdays. Thursday night, 6:30 CEST. And we're going to do a little raid of the chess. Let's see, what's Chess Bia doing? Raid Chess Bia. So check her out. She's another friend of mine who streams here on Twitch. She's really cool. If I can get this raid. Bye-bye.